Hey, it's Rafael Cintron here in beautiful Sardinia, teaching people how to start and grow their Shopify businesses. In this video, we interview Peter Pru from Ecommerce Empire Builders, an awesome seven-figure entrepreneur and e-commerce store owner. He's built multiple seven-figure stores through the power of obviously Shopify, but also funnels. He has a lot of insight to bring to the table in terms of experience and just years of doing this again and again. You're absolutely going to love it. And remember, if you want to mentor with me and my team and work with us, get your business results, click that link in the description after watching the interview. All right, like I said, I'm here with Peter Pru from Ecommerce Empire Builders. If you don't know who Peter is, he's a seven-figure e-commerce entrepreneur, makes a lot of videos here on YouTube as well, teaching you how to build and grow your e-commerce business. Today, we're going to talk about what are his views on the best product research strategies, his advertising, his store strategies, so you can get the best results in your business. So Peter, welcome to the channel.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Hopefully I can shed some light on some things with where people kind of get hung up on, especially a lot of beginners. They're usually watching these kind of videos, trying to figure out, hey, what's the best product to sell? How do I create ads? So I'm hoping we can shed a lot of light. We run a lot of stores. So I'm hoping I can help some people out here.
Awesome. So the first thing that we're going to look at is your product research and product strategy. So I was watching a lot of your videos, and you look at Alibaba, you look at different product research tools, you find different sources of products. So right now, what would be your top product research place that you would say, oh yeah, there I find my top products? What would you say?
Yeah, so it's kind of like, we kind of take a backwards approach to the general, what people will say on YouTube. Even us, we definitely do the whole winning product, it gets the clicks on YouTube, but it's like not like the right way. So like one thing, like just to get out of the way, guys, like usually like those are ideas when you watch videos of winning products. That doesn't mean you go learn how to actually find the winning product yourself. Don't go on YouTube to try to find a winning product, right? So we always start with the niche, right? That's to me the most important, right? At the end of the day, we sell to people, right? And I think a lot of people in dropshipping, we all forget about this. Like every time somebody swipes a credit card, with us, like they're trusting you with their money, right? So, we always start with the people first. What's the group of people we want to sell stuff to? And then we research them. Like we research, what are those people doing? Where are they, having conversations, Reddit groups, Facebook groups? What Google searches are they doing? What YouTube searches are they doing, right? What kind of products are they already buying, right? That's kind of our best strategy to really find it. And we have like three criteria when we look for winning niches to kind of get involved in. So just because I'm gonna assume most people listening in are beginners, or you're making already some good sales in your business, we have really three criteria. Number one, obviously we want it to be evergreen, right? A lot of these niches, kind of you see these viral products here come and go. Viral products are fine, but like make it in your niche, right? Like make the viral product in your, there's always going to be viral products. There's always going to be trends, but it's better for you to not get sidetracked, focus on your group of people. And if you're researching them well enough, you will find trends that come, right? And sell that. Next, we usually don't want a lot of brand loyalty. A lot of people get this wrong because I see so many people go into like the fitness niche and stuff like that. Like fitness is tough. Like I years ago, I was all for it. I don't like the fitness niche because there is a lot of brand loyalty there in the form of influencers, right? I'm not even talking about like an Apple or Android. I'm talking like influencers are out there creating content, building a relationship with people that you as an advertiser isn't going to be able to. If they decide to launch their own resistance bands, people are going to buy from them, even if the product sucks, right? So that's the next one. Try not to go into something where, there's a lot of this brand loyalty wrapped up. And then thirdly, make sure that there's a lot of physical products in there as well as digital products. We like to mix both physical products and digital products. You can upsell ebooks, courses, things like that in as your front end is a physical product, because usually physical products are a lot easier to sell than a digital product right out of the gate. But focus on the people to kind of give you like a hack that we have found some good products on, because everybody wants the secrets. We found a lot of success finding our specific specific niche. If you go scroll down all the way to the bottom on an AliExpress page, you could see the categories, sort things by all popular, right? And then you can actually see different kinds of niches already in there. Everything's broken down with there. It's like fishing, you know, arts and crafts. Like we've had, you know, some good success finding winners there. You know, we use Ecom Hunt as well. Found some success in there as well, but you know, a lot of it comes with experience, right? And I hate to say it, but like once you've done this enough, like you gotta get this hunch, this gut feeling, you know, of what's going to work and what's not. So, you know, just expect that. Like, don't think you're going to hit a home run your first, you know, time out. Long-winded answer to a short question.
No, but I like that. It's a reality check, because a lot of people think, give me that winning product, the hot product pick that's going to get me to 6 figures. And they don't even know why that product works or who that product is.
That's a big thing, right? Like, because I can hand you a winning product right now, but then you're going to be trying to figure out who to sell it to. What if you just start with who you're selling to? What are they already buying? How can you differentiate yourself, right? And then do it that way. I found it works a lot better. It takes more time because you have to research your customers and stuff like that, which, you know, nobody wants to do the boring work, but if you do, it'll set you up.
And I like the trend inside of a niche strategy. Mm-hmm. So instead of looking at the next fidget spinner, you look at the next popular product that you're selling to your audience. And that's something that people don't focus on. They try
to find. This is probably my best like thing that's ever happened in terms of dropshipping for me. This was years ago and I was still running my fishing business. And you know, I was in all these different Facebook groups. I'm always watching, like, what are they doing? I'm lurking on the Reddit groups. I'm lurking, I'm watching, right? And you don't have to engage by any means. It's great if you do. But like, I was just watching the trends and what people are buying. And there was this new fishing lure that came out at the time and it was sold out like everywhere. Like, no, you could not get this thing anywhere, right? And I was able to hit up my supplier at the time and he was able to create it for me. I ordered like 30,000 units of this product and we literally sold out in like 2 weeks time. It was probably one of my best, best like literally 2 weeks of sales that I ever had in drop shipping. But yeah, like little things like that, like you can't use a tool to find that. Like I would have never been able to find that product if it wasn't for, you know, just being involved in the niche and caring about what they're doing.
Yeah, understanding your audience, what they need, and then you found it by just trying to analyze more of your audience, which is something that nobody wants to do because, and also most people get into a niche or a particular category that they don't really care about. So if you are interested in fishing, a
lot of this stuff, man, is like everybody just wants to get to the money part, but not like actually provide a business that provides value to people. Right. And I get it because like the barrier to entry now is so easy. Like literally anybody can go and start a business for like a few $100s. But with that, you're obviously going to have most people that just kind of come in it trying to find like some sort of lottery ticket and then they think it doesn't work, call it a scam. And then, you know how it goes. So
sure. I agree. You have to focus on the audience, research the audience, and then slowly you will find what they're looking for. So once you find that product, let's say you found the fishing lure that is absolutely crushing it. What are your advertising strategies looking like right now? And what would you recommend? Let's say somebody that's watching this video, they have a product, they vaguely know how to sell it, but they're thinking, should I go into Facebook? Should I go in Google? Should I do YouTube ads? Should I do TikTok? Tell them what are your focus?
They're all great. I mean, they're all great platforms. As a beginner, I still recommend going to influencer route. You know, it lets you kind of, you know, you'll see a kind of a faster ROI, you know, if you do things, if you pay like this person $20, like you might get a couple sales and like, you'll see it all come together because as a beginner, you've never made a sale before. And like, it's exciting then, you know, putting, you know, $100 or $50 a day into Facebook ads and you're like, not really confident in like how everything works there yet. So what I like to do is I recommend going with influencers to start, have your pixel in there, you know, learn the whole process, right? You're generating some buyers at least on your pixel. So by the time you kind of go into the Facebook ad side of things, right, your pixel at least has maybe like 100 buyers or you know, or more. So your Facebook ads should technically perform a little bit better. That's usually the combination, you know, I recommend if you're already, you know, kind of know what you're doing. Obviously, Facebook ads are good. YouTube ads we've had a ton of success recently doing YouTube ads specifically for like physical e-commerce products. They just have to be products that you can get video content for. Like it's just, that's it. You can't just do these boring kind of mundane products on YouTube. They have to be like something they maybe have seen before, but like never purchased. It really has to have that, just got to have it appeal to it. So YouTube ads doing well. TikTok also, you know, it is definitely the Wild West as well right now.
True, I agree. And for influencers, the ROI, it can be massive, especially if you hit it right. Do you go for, so let's focus a little on influencers. Do you go for people that have, let's say, 10,000 followers for the very engaged audience, or do you try to have a certain limit where you won't go below a certain amount of followers? What's that?
Yeah, so there's like the personal brands, right? And then there's like I call them just meme pages, generic pages, right? They're like the pages that just like, all they care about is money, right? You've probably seen, they just like provide like quotes and, you know, all those kind of things, general value driven posts. Usually those are, I recommend just start there, right? We sell my supplements like $80 on these generic meme style pages. We pay them $30 and make like 2-3 sales back. Like it's incredible, right? And that's like a $70, $80 product off of these pages. So they're not bad. They're just, again, they're just more in it for the money. The audience isn't necessarily the most engaged. So your post will kind of, you know, die off with literally in like 2-3 hours. But, you know, and those are easier to start. So I recommend going with them, you know, pay them $20-$30. You're not going to lose a ton of money. You can kind of test some stuff out. But then the personal brands are really where like the most money is. And those are the people that have, you know, 10,000, 5,000 followers, whatever, hundreds of thousands of followers, but they're people that just create content around a niche, right? And people just enjoy following them, right? I mean, we see this, you know, everywhere. The problem with those is they're not necessarily the people that care so much about money. They do, the smaller ones, right? But the bigger ones, they're not necessarily so worried about your, you know, $100, $200 that you'll pay them, right? Everybody has a price, but some of them will be like, hey, if you want me to do a post for you, it might cost like $5,000. Right? Which is just like not realistic. So, you know, if you're trying to go the personal brand route, I recommend going in the smaller ones. Do the 10 to 20, 30,000 range. You can build a little relationship with them and be real. Don't just go into their DMs and just say, hey, I want to, you know, how much for promo? Like they're going to ignore you immediately. We get that on all our pages. And it's not a good way to stand out. Just do things that like a normal person like would do. Just like have a conversation. You can offer them, you know, be like, hey, love the content you're putting out. I've been following you for a few weeks now. You know, I own a company XYZ. I would love to send you out our products to check out. Right? Don't like make it feel like they have to do something in return, right? But you're giving them something for free. So in hopes that, hey, maybe they'll make a story, maybe they'll do a post about your product, maybe they'll give you helpful feedback on some stuff to actually change about the product. And then like if they don't, like that's fine, but then you can, at least you have the conversation now open. Right? So now you can hit them up like, hey, did you get our package? Have you had a chance to try out our fishing lures? Like any of that stuff. And like you open the communication and then you kind of work your way into it. If they liked it, be like, hey, we actually, you know, would love for you to, you know, promote it to your audience and just be real with them on what you think. And we'll, you know, we can either do, a percentage of sale, or we can do a flat rate fee. Like, what do you think? Like just be a normal, there's no script here, right? It's just having, you know, a conversation. But usually with the smaller ones, you can usually get away with, you know, just paying them because they're like small time, right? And it's like exciting for them that a brand is actually approaching them. Like you might not think that's a big deal, but you know, they do. They think it's a big deal. Like, oh, brand Pro, I'm gonna go tell my friends and family I just got paid $100 for posting stuff on Instagram. So usually those you can kind of get away with, but let them do their own thing. That's like always my rule of thumb. Don't go and create the content on Canva. Like you're not gonna make it as good as they can. Either way, send them your product. Let them do their thing with the promotion. Let them do their thing. The audience knows them. If you try and write in their voice, it's not gonna come off as authentic.
Let them do their thing. I like that. Mm-hmm. I like that a lot. And now in terms of, okay, so we found a product that we focus on the audience. Now we found some influencers, or maybe we're running some ads to it. What is your main advice when it comes to the store? I know you've talked a lot about ClickFunnels before, obviously combined with Shopify. So what's the strategy now that you would recommend for people for the best conversion rate, best way to start?
Yeah, so like it's pretty simple. I mean, like cold traffic, people that don't know you, never interacted with you, I recommend sending them to some sort of funnel page, right? Where you capture their email address, right? You give them the opportunity to buy, then you offer upsells in there, right? You have all these different things that you can plug in there as well to increase your average cart value, because that's the hardest sale to get. Cold traffic into a purchase. That first yes is always the hardest, right? So you want to set your business up in a way where it's like, okay, well, let's see how high we can increase this average cart value, right? And that's what a funnel allows you to do. You're obviously adding in upsells, order bumps. Maybe you have like a monthly subscription, like bass fishing lures every single month, whatever. You're trying to give as many opportunities for your business to at least break even, if not make a little bit of money on that first sale. And this is where people miss this, right? Because most businesses break even. Like, just if you like talk to business, or like most businesses break even, and for you to try and necessarily be like 100%, profitable off of a cold traffic ad, it's not very likely. And if you are currently profitable on your front end, you should be exposing that, because I promise you, a competitor's going to come in there and it's going to go away, because that's just not how it works, right? The goal of this cold traffic, Facebook, influencers, YouTube, is to create it into traffic that you control, put them on your email list, text list, whatever, creating an asset for yourself. Then after that, right, you can monetize, your thank you pages and stuff, send them to your Shopify stores or other funnels or whatever you have. But once you have that customer, now is where you can make more money. Now you have free traffic, right? You have a list of non-buyers, you have a list of buyers, right? You could set up promotional calendars that last months, right? Or a week at a time, that everybody goes through these different automations. Like, we use Active Campaign, but now you can start seeing like, hey, this one lead is worth XYZ for me, right? Like, now you can start spending more to acquire customers. Like, one of my mentors I consider is Dan Kennedy. He says, who can spend the most to acquire a customer wins, right? Like, how can you set your business up? Like, what if you like, and most people are like, well, some people come to me like, oh man, like, I'm acquiring customers for $10 and like, I'm not making money. I'm like, $10? Like, that's insane for somebody to be motivated enough to get their butt up, get their wallet, and actually purchase from you. Like, do you know how hard that is to do, right? Like, and I even asked them the question is like, when's the last time you purchased something off a Facebook ad? And it's like, never. I've never bought anything on Facebook. Well, you're expecting people to do the same, yeah. Right? So you have to think about that. And then any kind of follow-ups, automations on your buyers, non-buyers. Remember, that's free traffic. Your most expensive cost is advertising. So set up things where you could sell them more premium price products, premium physical products, premium digital products, things that actually add value to them, right after they buy. That's the best time to sell somebody something, guys. Like, don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. The most excited you're going to be about anything. Think about the last hobby you got involved in, the last thing you got started in. When do you spend the most money? When you first got involved in it. So you need to make sure that whatever you're selling, you are trying, not being super pushy by any means, but trying to make as much money as you can, literally like that first week span that person, first 2 weeks, I'd say, that person, kind of came into your world.
That first basically hour after they buy, you try to upsell them again, and then in the second 24 hours.
The funnel right away, you're upselling them. If they don't buy, you have the abandoned cart emails. But I'm saying even after they buy, after the funnel, right? Send them other stuff that you might have. Maybe you have other products on you. Something is better than nothing in this case. Like, I talk with one of my team members. He does like all our copywriting. Like, something is literally better than nothing. Because there's always going to be an average. Maybe only 1 out of 100 buy from you, but guess what? It's still 1 out of 100, and then you optimize from there.
Perfect. And any other, obviously, so we talked about the products, we talked about the advertising, and now we talked about the store. Any other tips that you would say are crucial for somebody doing dropshipping or e-commerce that would differentiate if they are successful or not? Any of those crucial advice?
I get this question all the time, man. It's like, everybody wants to know, like, why are some people successful and why aren't others? Like, I don't know. I feel like for me, it took a long time. Like, I've been doing this now, I think 13 years. Like, so it's like a long time. I've been doing online businesses. I started in college, like literally 13 years ago, doing affiliate marketing stuff. So I've done a lot of stuff. Nothing beats experience though. Like, it really doesn't. Like, you have to understand, like, I think people get so like, this is probably why our channel doesn't grow as fast. It's like, I'll tell people, like, man, like, you're stepping into a pool of sharks right now. Like, you're competing against me, they're competing against you, right? Like, people that do this full time, like 16 hours every single day, have team members that are doing, like, you have to, like, how are you going to compete? Like, your chances are slim to none, right? Which is fine. Just accept that, right? Accept that fact. but you have to keep showing up every single day, learning new things, right? Trying out strategies. Eventually you'll get to whatever the success is. But if you quit with the first time you run a Facebook ad and it's not profitable for you yet, like you need some mindset work at that point. I hate to say it, but like most people that get into this game, I would say really decide if this is something that you want to do full time. Because most people, they want the end result. They don't want all the other crap that comes in the mix, right? So I say most people, you should just do side hustles, have a full-time job and just do this as a side hustle. Because to do this full-time, and then you have like, let's say you pay hundreds of thousands of dollars a month just for team members and this and that and expenses, most people won't be able to handle that pressure, right? So like keep your full-time job. Hopefully you kind of enjoy it. Do a side hustle, right? And then see how it goes. Right, that's literally the best way to go about it. And just understand you are stepping in no matter what you do. There's no magic money maker. They all work. Every single one, affiliate marketing, dropshipping, whatever you want to sell. Like you gotta show up every single day. You can't grow bored of it. Like a lot of people grow bored of it because it doesn't work out. They're all the laundry list of excuses. But just understand it takes time, right? It takes a lot of time.
Definitely. And just like you said, there's no secret. It's just experience and time doing it again and again. And that's
hopefully I didn't crush everybody's
dreams. No, but I like to ask that question because some people say, oh, it's discipline, or it's, being in the right country, or different reasons. But I like yours the most because it's experience, just time in the game.
Yeah.
Time in the game equals.
And it's everything. Like I see this all the time. I see a lot of people in our community, like they'll be like, okay, I tried dropshipping, it didn't work. I'll try affiliate marketing, it doesn't work. I'll try selling courses, it doesn't work. And they'll just keep doing everything, and all you're doing is just wasting don't get me wrong, you're still gaining some good experience, but like give yourself like a year, right, of doing the same thing, right? So you can learn through all the mistakes, because that's the hardest part. That's why it's good to, a lot of people say, oh, don't take courses, things like that. But like, if you're learning from somebody credible, like that's going to show you what not to do, right? Like to me, that's worth $1,000. Like, that might be worth tens of thousands of dollars, depending on your situation or whatever it is that you're learning, right? But like, just go on YouTube, just watch a bunch of videos. You can probably get most information for free out there. Just don't try and go out there and do something that you've never done before without some sort of guidance. Like, you know what I mean?
I agree 100%. Just even 1 hour talking to somebody that has been able to do what you've done will solve millions of problems that you have
Facebook
later.
Groups, I see people do that in our Facebook group. They'll start little masterminds together. They'll jump on calls once a week together. Like, you can do this. You just have to be like proactive, right? Like find like a buddy or something that's starting a business too in a Facebook group, and just meet up with each other every week, hold each other accountable, right? You can, bounce ideas off each other. You have different perspectives, different niches, products. Like be proactive with trying to find some people that you could talk to about this stuff.
Agreed. Awesome. Thank you so much for all the points, man, for all the information. I'm sure it's going to be super valuable. If you want to follow Peter, there's a link in the description. You can subscribe to his channel, over 50,000 subs, and definitely teaching a lot of value. So thank you for your time, man, and look forward to talking to you again.
Absolutely, man. Hopefully I, helped everybody out. If you guys have any questions about what we went through, just head over, in that comment section. I'll make sure to answer them as well.
Definitely. Awesome. Thank you, man.
Awesome. Thank you for watching this great interview with a seven-figure or multiple seven-figure entrepreneur, Peter Pru. If you want to find out more about his channel, about what he does, the links will be in the description. And if you want to mentor with me, we have multiple mentorship students who have hit the multiple six-figure and seven-figure levels in their e-commerce business. If you want to hit those levels too, click that first link in the description. Work with me, work with my team. We can build your store, help you grow, help you with your advertising, with your strategy, with your products, with absolutely everything, so that you can get the best possible results in your business. And if you want to watch more videos specifically about winning products, in this interview we talked a lot about product research, finding the right products. We can teach you how to find the best possible products. All you have to click is this video right here, how to find untapped winning products that have the potential to make six figures and seven figures in your business. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell and that like button down below if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one.